We are live for this evening's coverage of NASCAR 25, and we are at Watkins, Glen today for a full NASCAR Xfinity Series race. Just the one race on the stream because it is one of the longer Xfinity races of the season, just 8 laps short of what a full Cup race would be at Watkins, Glen. And this is a racetrack that is not going to yield any cautions if I had to guess, because we usually don't see yellows for road courses on this game. Very few and rare occasions we did, like the Coda glitch. We did actually have a caution to restart at Coda as well in the Xfinity Series. Then we had a glitch caution in the Cup race. We had a couple of glitch cautions in the Sonoma Cup race. And then at the Chicago Street Course, we had a couple of yellows. But with the natural road courses, we usually don't. I believe the Cup race here went caution-free in that 90-lap race, so we ended up finishing 12th. We'll see what we can do here today. It is very difficult at Watkins Glen on this game for what I figured out. I was fighting for my life just to run laps in the top 10 of the Cup race. Couldn't really do it. And here for this Xfinity race, qualified in the 23rd place position. Now, I think I can be faster in the race than what I was in qualifying. It's just with the stability health on, I'm just slow. And for some reason, this road course compared to other road courses on this game, I'm even slower. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. Starting on the outside row. Going to barrel it off into the first turn and hope for the best. Trying to be aggressive off the start here. Quite a bit of contact in the S's. Still got contact out of the S's with Harrison Burton. Oh, big checkup. There was nearly a wreck right in front of us. Austin Green's going to go around. I'm not going to blame myself for that. Oh, wow, we're going to catch a caution. Even with the relaxed yellows on, caution flag is going to wave. I don't know what happened going into the bus stop there. Who was that? Well, Austin Green ran into the back of it. Looked like Jesse Love right in front of us. And then there were a couple of other slower cars. So we actually did catch a caution on the first lap of the race. And we usually don't catch yellows. So the more cautions we get, the better, I think, for us. Problem is I had quite a bit of damage from that. We're going to stay out of the pits and maintain where we're at in the running order. But you can see that left front fender damage after we had contact with Austin Green significantly. The little bit we had with Harrison Burton wasn't really enough to hurt the race car too badly. Up to 11th. Checked up behind Justin Allgaier. Problem is, I don't know if I'm going to be quick enough to keep up with these cars. And a little bit of nose damage on the road courses actually isn't too bad for me. I just hope I didn't beat it up too terribly. Try to check up into the bus stop again. Pick up some positions perhaps. Got a spot on Eric Almirola. AJ Allmendinger, all sorts of slow. I mean, I'm up to 9th. Might actually get some stage points. If we had stayed green, there was no chance I was going to be able to do that. Oh, barely kept it off the wall. I had to lift. And that allowed for Eric Almirola to get right back underneath us and try to make this pass for 9th place. We'll see if we can cross him over into turn 1. Was that his car or my car that was bottoming out there? That was tough to tell. Little leanage in the first turn as we battle this 19 car. Bam Hall, Marcus Villarreal, thanks for tuning in, guys. The curbs are not as violent with the Xfinity cars as they are the Cup cars, so I can be a little bit more aggressive going through the bus stop because of it. Try to block the 7. I'm going to be battling Allgaier for second place for the remainder of the regular season standings. in these final 3 races. The only 2 races left after this are Daytona and Gateway until the playoffs.
Right side. Clear right. Right side.
Our guests, thanks for tuning in.
Right. Left side. Clear left. They're pretty strict on track limits here.
Yeah, I cut that.
Left side. Clear left.
Oh, we're going to lose a ton of spots here. Come on. Why do we have to stop for so long? I was dead stop. I mean, you stop and then you go. You don't stop for like 10 seconds and then go. It wasn't 10 seconds, but it was probably 5. Now we're back to 15th. I'm worse than what I restarted. I lost 6 positions because, well, I lost 1 spot to Almirola the lap before that. So in actuality, I really only lost 5 positions because of that penalty. But still, 5 positions is 5 positions, and we were in the last stage point spot too. Now we've just got to do our best to run the best lap time I possibly can. I did push it a little too hard in the bus stop. That's what got me off center. I did cut that corner, so I'm not upset with the corner cutting penalty. I just think the penalty's too drastic. I wish it was like how the drive-through penalty is, where I can actually serve it myself, just come to a complete stop and then go on my own. And I don't have to do it in front of traffic like that either, so I can actually get up out of the way. That'd be nice. Or go to the designated area where I'd have to serve it, because certain tracks have you serve it in certain spots. We'll see if we'll be quick enough over the long run to get any of these cars back. Luckily, Austin Green, when he went for that spin, the caution came out immediately for it in the bus stop in that opening lap, so he's still in 14th, and he didn't really get hit by hardly anybody, so position-wise, didn't really lose any spots either.
That was your best lap ever, bud.
I ran my fastest lap of the race last time by. Everything just went silent on me all of a sudden. Weird. Connor Burke, Kyle Lance, Mark Guest, Bam Hall, Marcus Villarreal. We got a lot of you in the chat already. Greatly appreciate you tuning in tonight, watching me struggle. That was more aggressive going through that corner, but I did have 2 tires up on the curb, so that was definitely more legitimate. Just really hoping we have decent long run pace. This is probably going to be the worst road course race we've had this season by way of speed. I've actually been a lot better in the Xfinity series on road courses than I have been with the Lone Arca road course race we've ran, and then really Cup as well. I mean, just overall, this Xfinity Series season has been solid for us. Curbs are still a bit slippery with these Xfinity cars versus Cup. You know, if I can finish 12th in the Cup race here, not be as good, I can get a better finish in the Xfinity race. We're guaranteed 2 more restarts with the stage splits. So again, you know what? We'll just have to see what we can do. Really, really tight turn 7. Oh, that was so bad. At so many levels. %8 damage is going to be costly. You got to try to repair that when we do make a pit stop, which is probably going to be during the stage end. Not going to have to worry about going a lap down at the hands of Connor Zilic, who comes in with the big regular season points lead. Patrick Chatterley, thanks for tuning in. It's just, you get the positions on the restart, you hit your marks. Don't go too far offline, and I won't lose any spots. We lost that one spot to Eric Almirola, but I think I can get, at the very least, a 10th place finish and keep our top 10 streak alive on these road courses.
10 to go this time.
I just wanted to do that real quick so I can get the sound back. I noticed that's what fixed it back at Sonoma. I was having sound problems. It's when I'm in first gear for just a little bit too long and it red lines in first gear just long enough is when I end up losing sound. This game's a lot easier when there's audio. Yeah, tonight we just kind of suffer. We try to get through it and see what we can do. I have to race here next, I believe, in ARCA as well. Oh man, I'll tell you what, these curbs are so slippery in this game. Any series I'm racing that has a curb on a road course, you try to be on the gas and or on the brakes in the middle of the curb, good luck hanging on to it. Because not only it wants to throw you everywhere, but you lose so much speed in doing so as well. To conclude your final workday of 2025. KRC stream, of course. Of course. Yeah, happy early vacation to you. I usually don't take vacation around the holiday. I burn mine up with, you know, trips that I go on throughout the year when I go to different NASCAR races. But luckily enough for me, with Christmas falling on a Thursday, that's the end of my work week, so I get that extra day off, kind of like I did the week of Thanksgiving. And Christmas Eve, I'm actually getting out at noon. They're shutting operations down early, too, so I get a half a day plus an extra full day off on that extended weekend, so that'll be nice. It'll almost be like a vacation for 5 days, but congrats on you getting a couple weeks, though. That's awesome. Hope you enjoy your time with your family, friends, and pack in all the cookies you can. Wade, welcome in the hot tub right now. You're getting the most out of that hot tub on your vacation. That's for sure. Junior Motorsports new sponsorship. Oh, they've got Arby's now. Hey, good for them.
Fastest lap yet, driver.
Just ran our fastest lap of the race. I was feathering the throttle a ton going through turn 7, which is that final corner before heading back to the main front straightaway. The nose damage probably hurts the car with how tight it might be in that end of the racetrack. We're 39 seconds out of the lead. I'm not too worried about that. Obviously, again, we're going to finish the stage on the lead lap. If there's a way of knowing how many cars Connor Zilic is going to lap in this first stage, that'd be great. Considering we had that caution on the initial start in the bus stop on lap 1, it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. Stage 2, stage 3, if we catch any yellows. The fuel window is about 30 laps. So we could make this race on 2 pit stops if we chose to try to play it out that way. I honestly, for myself, have no idea exactly what I'm going to do there. With the nose damage, it does seem like the tires are holding on a decent amount. An extra caution could save us a little bit more gas also. It's all a thought process, you know, maybe stay out of the pits, get to the lead, try to hold the leaders up as much as possible. It's going to be very difficult on old tires, you know, maybe even tires we can try to maintain a decent amount of track position despite not having the pace. And then short pit, middle of the final stage. You know, at some point we're going to have to make a pit stop in the final stage itself. I don't know. Not exactly sure how this is all going to transpire. Still appears to be a decent amount of cars that are on the lead lap still behind us. Maybe the back markers are going to go a lap down by the end of this first stage, but that's probably going to be about it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a pit stop for 4 tires, even if I didn't repair damage and still get out in front of Zilic. I mean, I'd have to be on and off of pit road in less than 30 seconds. And I'm still going to end up losing time before we pit. Pit road doesn't close until 2 laps to go in the stage when Zilic crosses the line. Still going to abide by that rule even if it doesn't actually give us the penalty. Zilic in lap traffic. He's doing pretty good right now. It's still putting time on us, but we're also kind of holding our own. But that's with us having absolutely clean air. We're not battling anybody from in front or behind us. Austin Green has driven away over the course of this stage. So it does not appear that I'm compliant on the long runs, to say the least. Mike G, welcome to the stream. Three to go this time by. If I'm going to pit, it's going to have to be this time. It's too much of a gamble. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to play things the way they are at the moment.
Driver, that was your best lap ever.
Just ran our fastest lap of the race again. 1:14.792. Minute 14.792. I had a minute 15.1 in qualifying. I pulled away from everybody that was behind us. In the event that I do actually catch somebody for position, it would be because of lap traffic. Really wish we didn't have that corner cutting penalty exiting the bus stop, but hit that curve, got a little bit off center, and it was a legitimate penalty. I might not have lost as many positions as I had I been able to control my car come to a complete stop, but we definitely would have fallen out of the top 10. Got to 9th after that restart on lap 5 following the lap 1 caution. So we spent just a brief moment inside the top 10. Put the draft off of Greg Van Alst, pull out of line. 2 laps to go in the stage.
Clear left.
A lot of lap cars that we're trying to work through. Get by them as cleanly as we can. I don't think any of them are Austin Green. Green's still 4 seconds ahead of us. We're 7 seconds ahead of Harrison Burton and William Sawalich, who are 15th and 16th.
Left side. Clear, all clear.
Big dive into the bus stop. Worked out well for us.
Left side. Clear left.
There was a lane open down on the curbing, but again, the car gets so sideways because of the curbing. We're off-roading.
Left side.
Took out a cone or 2.
Clear left.
Dark Crypto, thanks for tuning in. 88 fan for life, also thanks for watching.
Left side. White flag. Clear left.
All right, well, we've got a decision to make here. Do we pit or not at the end of the stage? I'd be sacrificing all my stage points in stage 2 that I could potentially get in the hopes of trying to get a better finish
Clear right.
and maybe an off chance at the win. I feel it's worth a try. Tires feel like they're holding up pretty well. Just got to stay off the curb. Stay off the curbing as much as I can.
Pit road's open this time.
Decisions. Well, I mean, 10 laps left. I feel like I'm conserving my tires better here than most of the road courses. I'm going to stay out. I mean, I feel like I do the same thing every road course race. Why not try something different? I'm going to get eaten alive. There is no way this is going to work. Connor, what happened to Connor Zillich? Zilch isn't even up here. Austin Hill's going to be on the front row. Zilch lost some time. Green flag back in the air. Drag race down to turn 1. I won the drag race. But now I'm going to be slipping and sliding on old tires. You know what? I'll take it. We're obviously going to have to pit when they're not. All we got to do is stay on the lead lap to the end of the stage for this strategy to work, okay? And then we restart in the lead for stage 3. And everybody's going to have to pit in the final stage at least once. The longer we stay in the lead, obviously a very good probability we're going to win the race out of the pits. Don't crash. I'll try not to. Thanks for tuning in, Roz. Almost another track limit penalty. Hey, I mean, you've got to flirt with disaster, you know? Always got to find the fastest line possible, and if it means I'm almost committing a penalty every lap, at least you know I'm pushing as hard as I can. Roughing up Sammy Smith a little.
We lost the lead. Let's get it back.
There was no chance I was going to be able to hold those guys off for as long as I was looking to.
Left side.
Lean on him some more.
Left
This
side.
battle is far from over.
Clear left.
I'm so glad that Connor Zilich, for whatever reason, lost a ton of spots. I don't know what happened to him, but he would have been the lead. That worked out beautifully.
Right side.
Push it a little wide. That's okay. We're okay.
Right side. Clear right.
I'm using all this racetrack. Give it all to me.
Left side. Clear left.
I mean, I'm holding on to second. I couldn't hold on to the lead, but I'm in second. Sammy Smith's only win this entire season is at Coda. Could you imagine? They really baby the sharper corners when they're trying to make a pass on me. It's working out rather well for us. No guts, no glory. That's true. Didn't allow me to run back to the lines because I was outside of the top 10 in the last stage. Oh, I shouldn't have downshifted to second there. That forced me way wider than I wanted to be. Trying to back up turn 7 so I didn't find myself offline. Trying to break the draft on Almirola behind us.
Left side. Clear left. Left side.
I don't know that that was a great idea. Oh, don't go too far wide.
Right side.
I've gotten penalized for that before in turn 1 in the cup race. I went too far wide. That was a power slide. Gonna try to run this fuel run all the way out.
Left side. Clear left.
And I'll be able to repair the damage to the race car and stay on the lead lap with this strategy call. At least that's what I would think.
Left side. Clear, clear. Left side.
Almirola just dropped a spot to Justin Allgaier.
Left side.
Leaning on the 7. Oh, he spun into the guardrail. Down goes the 7. We're going to stay green. I'm so sorry, Justin. And I want to finish second in regular season points, but not like that. Oh, now I
Left side. Clear.
contact with the 19. And Almirola gets by us. And here comes Connor Zilich
Left
and
side.
the 88 machine.
Clear left side. Right side.
It
Clear
was going to be about unbeatable. Contact with Zilich.
right. Left side.
SVG got by him.
Right side. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Right side. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Car's getting 10 times harder to drive all of a sudden with these tires.
Clear all around.
They're getting to the end of their life.
Left side. All right, bring it in and pit this
From
time.
Sam Mayer.
Clear left.
Have to drop it to second gear in the bus stop
Clear right.
on these older tires because it makes it much more easier to turn.
Right side.
Losing so much speed with it, but
Clear. Right side. Clear all clear. Left side.
oh, this car's not turning.
Left side. Clear left.
Gotta go one more lap.
Side. Clear right.
I was holding on very well, but these tires are becoming too much now.
Right side. Clear right. Clear right.
It's okay. Fell to 8th. Two-stop strategy versus 3. Oh, Zilich is slow. I was on the brakes so early, so heavily just to keep from running into him. Didn't want the penalty there. I was very close to getting it.
Clear
Just
right.
gonna let AJ, not AJ go. Christian Eckes, 16 car.
You're low on fuel.
We're gonna make sure we pit this time.
Bring it in. Pit this time. All right, let us know what
All right, we're gonna pit this time. We only have 3 seconds of damage. Might as well repair it. Gonna top off on fuel. And no adjustments,
this time.
at least for right now. Can't speed into the pits. Took our time. We're in. Okay. Quarterbacks are set. Who you got? Who you got, Billy? What a tough race that this has been. This is one of my toughest Xfinity races all season. 3 seconds of damage to repair. It's going to be an 18.9 second stop. All right, I have to be just fast enough to stay on the lead lap to the end of the stage. I really want to conserve my tires. We're all the way back to 23rd, which is the last car in the lead lap. And we only have 3 cars in the rear view of those at the back of the pack. Actually, just 1.
Clear all around.
Wow, Joey Gase was slow. Oh my goodness, I barely got by him too.
Left side.
See, by taking the run as far as I could there, even though I was losing a lot of time, overall, I think we'll be okay. Sammy Smith's going to have to work through lap traffic. 11 laps is going to be a long time to try to stay ahead of Sammy Smith. The lap times he's running, we've got about 7 seconds on him. The good news is we have about 8 to 9 lap pressure tires. Probably about 8 from when we've pitted. So 8 lap pressure tires in the leader. We just have to do us.
Left side.
A little bit of contact with Kyle Sieg.
10 to go.
Definitely going to have to make some clean passes. I tried to be so patient
Left side.
in trying to get by Ryan Ellis.
Clear left side. Left side. Clear left. Left side. Clear.
There we go, clean pass. Got by both of them on the front stretch / braking zone into turn number 1. A lot more clean air now. It's cool. Yeah, it is cool. It's cool to know I'm actually somewhat competitive just because of the strategy keeping me in it. It is nice to know that the fresher tires do mean something. You know, Sammy Smith's not putting a lot of time on us. I'm definitely not going to be able to give up a couple of extra seconds in the final stage with a pit stop if I have to repair damage, so we have to keep the car clean. So far we have. Still 100% aero. I made a little bit of contact getting by the 28 of Kyle Sieg, and that was it. Since leaving pit road. We're going to have about 12 lap older tires when we start the final stage. But instead of having about 20 laps on our tires, we're going to have 12. So again, we can go a little bit further before not only trying to get inside our fuel window to the end of the race, but also seeing what we've got for the leaders to try to do a better job of maintaining our speed. The leader's last lap was a minute 15.425. We had a minute 15.541, so we were only about a tenth slower than Sammy Smith, who's out in front. Now, the bad news is Connor Zilich, if he actually has a good pit stop at the end of stage one, or stage two, sorry, which he did not in stage one, is going to be very interesting because he's going to be a lot harder to hold back. I'd probably say the same for Shane Van Gisbergen as well, if those are the two guys we're racing for the win with.
Side. Clear left side.
Dropped off quite a bit that last lap. Perfect clean pass in turn one on the lap car. Sammy Smith was 2.5 seconds faster that last lap. He's quick when he really gets out in the open air. I've got nothing for the leaders on raw speed. There's Sammy. I mean, he is not that far behind us. Now, he has 5 laps to go in the stage. We don't have to beat him through lap 20. We just have to beat him to our lap 20 when he completes his. Now, obviously, I'd be the first car lap down, could get the free pass, but that defeats the purpose of trying this strategy because then we'd have to restart at the back of the pack. So it is a must for a good finish, shot at the win, whatever you may wish for us to do as far as our finishing result goes, to hold off Sammy Smith to the end of this stage. Lap car Preston Pardis in 29th, right in front of us.
Left side.
Looking to the inside of Pardis out of the S's. Hoping he holds up Sammy Smith just a bit. Great corner there. That was perfect getting through the bus stop that time. Sammy Smith did get held up behind Preston Pardis just a bit. We needed that breathing room because he was only a handful of car lengths behind us before we caught the 50. It's a clean pass on him. Now we've got the 44 Brennan Poole. Now we're going to float to the outside so we can get to the inside into turn 7.
Clear left.
And we're going to make the clean pass on Brennan Poole also. Now it's Sammy Smith's turn. Smith did get by him in turn 1, it looked like. Trying to catch the draft off of Blaine Perkins in the 31 car. Got a dive underneath Perkins.
Left side.
Into the bus stop. Got him.
Left side. Clear.
Oh boy, here comes Sammy Smith. Sammy went wide. Got a block. No.
Right side.
Sail it under the lap car. Use them up. I had to use up the lapper. Two laps left in the stage for Sammy Smith. That's all we got to do is hold on for 2 more laps. And then we'll restart in the lead. Otherwise, we're restarting at the tail end of the field. In 23rd is the first car. A lap down at the end of the stage. And the last car in the lead lap to begin stage 3. Anthony Alfredo in 25th place is now the next car in front of both of us. Got to baby it through the bus stop behind Alfredo.
Right side.
Now we try to attack it and look to his outside. Believe we got him. Oh, a little contact.
Left. Right side.
I need space. Little off-roading. I really thought I was going to get enough drive to beat him out of there cleanly. I had to force my way back up onto the racetrack. Oh no, Sammy Smith looking to the inside.
2 to go this time now. Right side. Clear right.
He backed up the corner a ton. That was a solid turn 1. We shouldn't catch any more lap cars, so it's 1v1 to the end of this stage between Ryan Truex and Sammy Smith.
Left side.
Oh, he just got to the high side. He's going to back up the bus top a ton there. Okay. We're going to hold on. Not by much, but we're going to hold on. Sammy Smith
Buddy, one more time. Straight and smooth.
has just won stage 2. Now we can coast it. Try to save a little bit of gas. Just wait for the top 10 to cross the start-finish line.
We'll get him, buddy. Stay
There we go. Oh, man. Wrestling that steering wheel, my favorite view to race in, yeah. I wish it would show me shifting. In this game, it doesn't for some reason. We've got 19 laps left to fuel in the race car. To the restart we go.
Coming to the green.
New leader Ryan Truex hasn't led a lap today. We didn't lead a lap back in the last stage. Sammy Smith, after winning stage 2, restarts as the leader. Green flag is back in the air. And another bad pit stop for Connor Zilich. Going to cost him the lead.
Clear left. Clear right.
And how long can this 24 car hold on for? 42 to go, excuse me. 42 laps to go. Now Sammy Smith's got even fresher tires than he had before.
Left side. Clear left.
Austin Hill fights through to second place. Smith in third, SVG fourth, and fifth is Eric Almirola.
Left side. Left side.
Contact with Hill. All up out of turn 7, but he will get to the lead. That was the same spot Sammy got by us on the opening lap of the last stage.
Left side.
Car really doesn't have any damage.
Left side. Clear left. Left side.
Oh, that was a heavy maneuver to try to get back by Sammy Smith after he passed us out of the S's. Got him back in the bus stop. That was a clean pass made here by the 24. But now Sammy's fighting back and he runs us wide.
Clear, clear.
Hey, I passed you clean. He didn't pass me clean. I can't drive it in that deep. Look at how much wider I went. He drove it in deeper than me, and he still beat me back to the gas and kept his car lower. I don't have grip to do that. Like, I don't understand.
Right side. Fastest lap yet, bud.
That was my fastest lap of the race, and these guys are just mollywopping me. This track is too hard in this game. That doesn't make any sense. I ran my fastest lap, and I was still 2/10 slower than the leader. Oh, sorry, I was 2 seconds slower than the leader, not 2/10. I misread it. I was 2.2 seconds slower than Austin Hill. On my fastest lap. Maybe we get lucky and we catch a caution. These guys hold grudges like in the old games. Not in championship mode, but in career mode, I've noticed it. I've recorded a couple career mode races so far. I'm trying to hold off on starting that until I finish the championship mode playthroughs first. With what we've got going right now in championship mode, and then you'll start seeing some career mode uploads. But of what I've played there, yes, they do race you more aggressively. Not like it used to be. They don't just completely slam into you, but they cut you off quite a bit, and they try to put you in uncompromised positions. It's more realistic way of, you know, how rivals would race maybe in real life versus the old EA games where it's more arcadey and they just literally try to wreck, slam into you as hard as they possibly can, even if it means that they end up wrecking themselves. What happened to SVG back there? Did he wreck? He was behind me and now he's not. SVG no longer in the top 5. Is he blowing up or something? What happened to Van Gisbergen? Connor Zilich, despite not winning that last stage, he did win stage 1. He is the fastest car here. He's going to be tough for us to hold off. And Zilich wants to win this race. We just have to get inside our fuel window to make it to the end, which is going to be just south
Left side.
We're probably going to have to take this as far as we can. I really don't want to because of how bad the tires are going to get, but that was very close to being a penalty. Flirting with disaster there. That was about as clean as I could have cut that because I did have 2 tires on the curb. It's not a penalty if you get at least 2 tires on the curbing. That's why you get that hole that runs all the way down to the equator with these stock cars on road courses nowadays. They sit so low to the ground too. Big block on Zilich. The leaders' lap times will fall off a little bit, but we're not going to catch up to them.
Right side. Clear right.
Oh, SVG powering back like SVG would know how to do. Yeah, he's probably gone. Something now happened to Connor Zilich because Zilich has fallen to 6th. Eckes is now behind us. That's as perfect of a turn 1 as I could have had. Van Gisbergen just drives the heck away from us. Jose Colon, thanks for tuning in. Oh, I gotta block that high side.
Clear left.
Cut it off a little bit, but wasn't great. Race is going to have to be one of those gutted out top 10 performances.
Amazing lap driver.
That's my fastest lap of the race. Minute 14.173. Definitely tell the repetition with running 48 laps plus a few laps and a warm-up lap and qualifying, the 52 laps I've ran altogether now.
Clear left.
Finding ways to get better and better. Oh, I'm flirting with a penalty. That's the 2nd time I've done that now. I might be pushing a little too hard at times. But I'm doing what I need to do to keep track position and give myself hope that I can actually finish inside the top 5. A top 5 would feel like a win today with my lack of speed.
Driver, that was your best lap ever.
Minute 14.158. And it's because I'm flirting with disaster in the bus stop that I'm running that quick of a lap time, but I'm just a little bit inside of where I was those last 2 laps. What turns into being my fastest laps of the race is a penalty, and we have plus seconds we end up losing on the leaders. That was much cleaner by way of not flirting with disaster quite as bad. 14.8 seconds out of the lead as we exit the carousel there. A little bit of a block on Christian Eckes. Connor Zilich fastly approaching Eckes. Going all the way down to try to block that 88 car. Fastest lap again. Zilich was side by side with the 16 car. He gave the 16 a lot of leeway. Minute 14.075 the last lap.
Left side, clear left side.
Oh, keep it on. Oh, man. Can't wait to get fresh tires back on this thing, so I'm not pushing the issue there despite the fact that I'm running as fast as I can. Went a lot wider than I would have liked to have gone.
Left side, clear left.
Turn 7. Couldn't get the car all the way down to the bottom. Zilich on the outside in turn 1 trying to get by the 16. And he did. Beating him back to the throttle. Connor Zilich is back inside the top 5. Yeah, Bears are back. Soldier Field Saturday night. Packers actually have back-to-back Saturday night games. They play the Ravens that Saturday night as well the week after. One of them's an 8:30 start and the other one's an 8 o'clock start. I find a bit weird. .31 laps to go. Oh, I went way too far wide in turn 1. Left side tires are starting to get pretty wore out. Might as well just take this run as far as I can at this point, just to ensure I'm going to make it on fuel. If we didn't catch that lap 1 caution, I don't know that we would have had enough fuel to make it on 2 stops. And with the cup race being 8 laps longer, I don't know that I could have tried this in the cup race. I think that this is exclusively an Xfinity Series gamble. I had to go off-roading purposely just to try to block the heck out of Connor Zilich, keep him behind us. How bald those left side tires are. And as ill-handling as we are starting to get all of a sudden, it's amazing that we have been able to keep our track position as well as we have. Lap traffic is going to be hard to pass, and we've got a couple of lappers that we're closing in on. I'm going... Okay, so it was an 18-second lead going into the bus stop. It dropped down below 16 seconds. Something is happening to Austin Hill at the front of the field. SVG is running down the top two. Hill does have a win this season. So does Sammy Smith. SVG, because he's only ran part of the schedule, is not in the playoffs. So that would be an upset winner late in the regular season. And he was one of the favorites coming into this race today. Got a run after Cesar Baccarella. Caught him in a really good spot. Didn't cost me anything in turn one. Passed him in the S's pretty easily. Fuel load is running pretty light. I'm going to try to go one more lap if my car will let me. You know what? Because of where I'm about to catch these lap cars, probably best we just pit now. Oh, no! Oh, I got stuck. Get out of my way, Kyle Sieg. I'm about to wreck. What was that? Get back by Zilich. Get back by Zilich. No, I don't! Oh, big wreck. Oh, my goodness. Caution is out.
Pit road is open.
Oh, we killed it. Into the barrels. That was an over-aggressive mistake right there. I was trying to hang with him and not let him drive away while we had one more lap before we had to pit. And I absolutely demolished the race car. That was one of those nasty Watkins Glen crashes. 35 seconds of damage. I've never seen it that bad before on this game. Well, we're going to be good on fuel now. So is everybody else. Well, there goes our top five. Zilich. He's not going to win this thing. He had a ton of damage too. He's back there with us. I don't know how many spots I'm going to be able to get back on this restart, but we're going to go for broke.
Left side, clear right. Left side.
Almost. I hung up a little too much.
Clear left.
Nick Sanchez's front bumper.
Left side.
All right. We had a wreck back in the bus stop earlier. I'm prepared for it.
Clear left. Left side. 3 wide.
There we go.
Right side.
Oh, Allgaier, you got to go. Oh, that's going to be a pit. The curb hopped me that way. Stay in front of him. There we go, a couple.
Left side. Clear
Well, there goes our top 10 chance, just like that. I was doing fine up until the curb. All 4 tires came up off the ground. There was no chance I was going to make that corner once that happened.
Clear left.
Because I'm still in a slight battle for the regular season championship, I got to keep Zilich behind us for as long as I can. Try to give ourselves a mathematical oh my gosh, I'm going to wreck again.
Left side. Clear left. Left side.
Going to end up breaking Connor Zilich's other collarbone.
Clear left.
Put him in put him in another nasty crash. I could still get more positions before the end of the race. I would not be shocked if Zilich still gets a top 10 with as many laps as we have left. I think I can get a top 15. Side by side right in front of the 88 car.
Left side. Clear left.
Got by Zilich. Yeah, he babied it way too much. Brandon Jones had to lift because he went wide out of the carousel.
Stay right. Clear left.
Made 2 passes that lap.
Left side.
I just turned Ryan Sieg, didn't I? Nope, I didn't turn him. We're good.
Clear right.
Car's still looking okay.
Left side. Clear left.
Get him in turn 1. There we go. Hang on to it.
Right side. Clear right.
Wallace. William Sawalj checked up a little too much. I like where we're at right now. Oh, I checked up way too much in the carousel. I can get Balicki and Jeb Burton to get to 13th. That's probably our ceiling. By the way, SVG's in the lead after this restart late. Is Shane Van Gisbergen gonna upset the Xfinity playoff field? And the Roval's in the first round too, so there's a chance.
Left side.
Forcing it in on Josh Balicki.
You're all clear.
Now he'll let us go. Zilich still caught back in traffic. Every spot's worth a point. We're racing Allgaier for second, and we're still mathematically in contention with Zilich for the regular season title.
Left side.
A move on the inside of Jeb Burton in the carousel. Clean pass made up to 13th for Ryan Truex. Now I see Austin Green and Carson Kvapil up ahead. And there was one more car, which would be whoever's in 10th up there. I don't know that we're going to have speed to catch them. But we're obviously going to give it our all.
To go.
20 laps left. Now, I was losing time to Austin Green in the first stage when I was behind him, but I also had more damage at that time than what I do now. I only have 1% of damage, maybe 2. Might be more now. Yeah, now. Pulling away from Jeff Burton. I'm not sure when we're going to do Daytona, which is the next Xfinity race. Is that Austin Green that tried to make that pass up? Yeah, it was. Okay, so Green tried to make a pass, lifted, and lost time. Now we're only 2 seconds behind him all of a sudden. Be a heck of a comeback to get a top 10 after that severe damage to the race car and a corner cutting penalty, all in stage 3. I got as close to that wall as I could on entry into the bus stop. In the wall. Well, that doesn't help our lap time or speed. More of those cars battle up ahead. We are starting to close in. Side by side in the bus stop. Austin Green and Carson Kvapil. This could be the most intense battle for a top 10 we've had all season, with Ryan Truex in the NASCAR Xfinity Series here on our championship mode playthrough of NASCAR 25. And we've still got about 15 laps to go this time by at the line. 16 to go, actually, this time by at the line. So there is plenty of time left. And they're right there. I'm definitely just getting better at driving the racetrack because I did not have this kind of speed on Austin Green earlier in the race. At least 3 positions ahead of Connor Zilich. Looks like on the track map, Shane Van Gisbergen is light years ahead of the next car behind him. But I'd assume would be for position. Austin Green went wide in turn 1. First chance we had to make the pass on him, and we did it cleanly. I don't know what happened, but he just overdrove the corner. That was the easiest way to make a pass while not losing any track position, was that right there. Up to 12th. Truex trying to gut out the top 10. What a run through the bus stop that time. Trying to stay in the draft of Quapple. Quapple actually went wider in turn 7 than Truex. Hang in there.
Left side. Clear left. Clear right.
Wasn't trying to stay in first gear. Actually didn't realize I downshifted to first for that contact with the 1 car. Quapple going to pull out of line, trying to make the pass. He does, and he can't get back into line as he checked up way early into the bus stop. Time lost again. Pass made for 11th now.
Left side. All clear.
Trying to fight to the inside of Danny Dye. Clean pass. Inside the top 10 is Ryan Truex. Man, if we somehow caught a caution, within 1 position of Allgaier, but like 14 seconds behind him. At this point, just don't make a mistake and we've got a top 10. We're not going to make up 14 seconds on Allgaier. Just not going to happen. Now it's about 13 and a half, but still. I mean, they'd have to wreck or something for us to catch those guys. JC, welcome to the stream. The Glen, yes. I'll take a top 10 run. Quapple might have pace to run us back down if he does get by Dye. Any time he's had a real opportunity to do so, he just hasn't been able to do it. He starts to baby the corner up just a little bit too much. We're running down Justin Allgaier and Sam Mayer, who are in some pretty thick traffic. If I didn't get that course cutting penalty because of the curb just absolutely launching the entire car up into the air on that restart, we would have another 5 to 6 seconds ahead of where we're at right now. Then maybe, just maybe, there's a chance. Again, we are in a tight battle for second in the regular season standings with Allgaier. And even though we're 43 back coming into the day, he's not going to beat us by a lot of points, and Daytona's next. I mean, that's a track we could gain 30 points or so on him, and if we get within teams into Gateway, a track where we dominated in the Cup race, there's a legitimate shot we can still finish second. We'll be catching the last place car of Cesar Baccarella. Floating wide out of turn 6 into 7 to take the bottom. And to flatline the corner a bit, but we did make the pass on him. Gained a lot of time on Allgaier, who may be struggling in lap traffic a bit. I think him and Mayer battling for position is probably going to cost them quite a bit of time. Actually, no, Mayer's pulled away from him, and Austin Hill, who was the leader for a brief period early in this final stage, he was the one that got around us on that restart when we had the older tires. He's now back to 8th, though he seems to be battling with Mayer.
Left side. Clear left.
It's a tight angle. I couldn't really arc the entry to the bus stop up there. We are running out of laps to get up there with the deficit we have. We only have 10 to go this time by. But it's down to about 8.5 seconds.
Left side. Clear all
Oh,
left.
Kyle C.
Left side. Left side. Clear left. 10 to go now.
I was willing to make that contact there.
Right side. Clear.
Actually passed the next two cars very cleanly. Both on the high side in turn 1. Obviously going a little bit offline, so took us some time to get through it. There's a large group of traffic up where the 7, the 21, and the 41 are at. I don't know how many more cars maybe for position there could be up there as well. Allgaier lost a ton of time going through the bus stop. Oh, keep it on course. Really going for it. My eyes were opening wide when I saw Allgaier lose all that time. 5 seconds off of the 7 car. Maybe a 2-point swing on him too. Oh, I'm pushing maybe a little too hard now. Like Preston Pardis and Ryan Ellis are the 2 lap cars just up ahead. Probably going to end up catching them in the bus stop, which is not going to be good for us.
Right side.
Yeah.
Right. Left side.
I knew I was going to end up catching him in a bad spot right there. I was too far back to try to attack. Lost at least a half a second, maybe more.
Right side. Clear right.
Got by Ellis cleanly in turn 6, but again had to flatline it just to make that corner. Got 10 seconds over Daniel Dye. Haven't looked at how much time we've put on him since we made that pass for 10th. I don't want a penalty given all that time back up again. But with 7 laps to go, assuming that doesn't happen, we've got this spot locked up.
Left side. Clear left.
Quite a ways back on Blaine Perkins. Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
Stay clean through the turns. Careful with track limits.
Yeah, I got too far wide, off center. Couldn't get the car to slow up. Gosh, that penalty is so long. And that ruined any sort of a shot that we had of catching Allgaier and maybe a couple others. And now we're only 2.5 to 3 seconds ahead of Daniel Dye.
Clear right.
You mean to tell me that that was a 7.5 to 8 second penalty with that stop and go? That seems a little egregious. Especially for a penalty where I didn't gain that much time
Side.
on the racetrack.
Clear left.
Got to within about 4 seconds of Allgaier before that penalty. Third one we've had today. It's been in that same corner every time. Well, now we just don't do that again and we finish 10th. That was me pushing for it because we had that gap. Try to drop it to second gear so I can still push a little hard and get the car to turn through the bus stop. About 11 to 12 seconds behind Allgaier yet again. Shane Van Gisbergen still leads. And if he wins, that is going to move the cut line back quite a bit going into Daytona, a race where we could see another upset winner. This will be our 9th winner in the regular season. They'll give you a penalty for going wide. Oh, yeah, I've gotten that before. I actually went too far wide in turn 1. They gave me a penalty for that in the cup race I ran here at Watkins Glen. You don't know that that could happen until it does. And try to learn from it the best I can. I got it a couple times at Coda in turn 19 as well. I think I got that in the Cup and Xfinity race there. Very dumb. Yeah, they're super harsh with the penalties in this game. I will say, of the 3 stop-and-go penalties I've had here at Watkins Glen today, they've all been legitimate, which is the first time that I think I can say that that has happened for me on a road course on this game. That last one, I just overcooked the bus stop, and then the 2 before that, I got off-center cut in the middle of the bus stop, kind of throwing me wide. That one, I mean, sure, it might have thrown me wide, but I just carried too much speed. I did not know if Jeremy Clements was going to come up in front of me or not. That was close. Only 3 laps to go this time by. I think we've had a top 10 in every road course or street course race on the Xfinity season so far. This was the hardest to get. We didn't get any stage points today. But we legitimately raced up here in this final stage with where we restarted back in 23rd, so I'm happy about it. And there was a capability we could have done better even without the strategy. With the strategy, we had a shot at a top 5 until we wrecked battling Connor Zilic for 4th, so Live by the sword, die by the sword. We died by it today. But after getting that clutch win at Iowa yesterday, you know, like I said, we'll see where we're at. Justin Allgaier barely got any stage points in this race. And he's only up by 1 spot on us. So he may be around 50 points ahead of us going into Daytona. And we just got to hope that at Daytona we, you know, pick up 30 to 40 points on him and give ourselves a shot at Gateway to try to finish second in regular season points. Mathematically, we'll still have a shot at the regular season title with 2 races to go. Maybe an off chance if we outpoint Zilich by 30 to 40 points that we can be within about 30 to 40 back going into Gateway, but I don't think we're gaining that much at Gateway unless he crashes, which he did crash tonight. Granted, it was via my help, but then he crashed on his own at Iowa and finished 10th, which he's going to have to finish much worse at Daytona Gateway, but he did crash on his own at Iowa, so it's not impossible that he crashes on his own 2 more times. You know, obviously we're going to try to race him straight up. So I don't want to win it that way, but well, there's a way. This was the most realistic road course race we've had play out so far, so for that I've had fun with it. I've been very frustrated with the road courses on this game, and I can't really say that that's the case for any other type of racetrack for me in NASCAR 25. So, great. I didn't realize how tight, because we only have 1 lap to go this time by. I really wish I didn't have that penalty, because we're only like 8 to 9 seconds back of Allgaier. We were going to have a shot on the final lap to maybe get another spot or 2 with where Austin Hill and Justin Allgaier are running compared to us right now.
White flag, bring it home now.
I thought it was like 46 seconds off the lead. Now it's 41, 42. As SVG may be hitting lap traffic. Final lap. Can't believe Quapple could not get by Daniel Dye this entire final run. Better for us. We'll never know if Quapple would have battled us for 10th or not.
Coast a little if you can. Save us some fuel.
Gonna baby it into this final corner. Behind Anthony Alfredo in 2nd gear. Just don't want to cut the corner and risk losing any positions. Driving smart.
Left side. Clear left.
Shane Van Gisbergen got the checkered flag moments ago. He will win at Watkins Glen, his first win of the season, and lock himself into the Xfinity playoff field. His last shot to do so, and he got it. He hasn't even ran all the road courses this season. I don't think he ran the last 2 at Sonoma or Chicago. Suarez was in the 9. And here we are. Top 10, I'll take it. It doesn't feel like a win, but it's a good run, and we deserve that. Honestly, we could have had a shot at 3rd had I not wrecked with where they finished interval-wise to the leaders. Sammy Smith, SVG, they were gone. Credit to Sammy Smith keeping pace with Van Gisbergen, but couldn't get it done. He does have a win on the season anyway, so for that matter, it didn't matter. Connor Zilich ended up 15th. He actually ended up a lap down, so he had quite a bit of damage from that issue he had earlier in the stage. Only 14 cars finished on the lead lap. We were 43.7 out of the lead. Margin of victory only 9-10. Krishnak has 4th, Sheldon Creed 5th, Sam Mayer 6th, Jesse Love 7th, Austin Hill 8th, Justin Allgaier 9th, and Ryan Truex rounds out the top 10. So another solid top 10 on the season. You know, I'll take that. It was a good run tonight at Watkins Glen. Wish we could have tried to play the strategy out to get the top 5, but all in all, we weren't going to win. I did sacrifice stage points to, you know, try the strategy. So with getting the caution, because I ended up in a wreck with Zilich, we'll never know if that could have got in the top 5, and knowing if we would have had a caution in the final stage, I wouldn't have done that and sacrificed a chance to get stage points in stage 2. Either way, we didn't get any in stage 1. So there's a look at the standings. Connor Zilich is 63 up on Allgaier. And we are 112 behind Zilich. So mathematically, we can only outscore Zilich by 54 per race. So we are out of a shot to win the regular season title with 2 races to go. Points behind Allgaier. So we only lost 6 points to him today. He had 6 points more than us. Beat us by 1 position and 5 stage points. Which was honestly one of his better road course races of the season, and that was my worst. Didn't lead any laps despite restarting in the lead in both stages because there's no caution laps that are counted during the stage breaks, so still 306 laps led on the season. 22 top 20 finishes. I was reading the wrong category, but even 19 top 10s. It's the most in the series with this run today. That's 1 more than Zilich. We have the same amount of top 5s, and we have the most top 22s. I think, or top 20s. Average finish is a 5.5. We have the best average finish. What it boils down to is we're not getting stage points because I just can't qualify quite as well as these guys. And today, obviously, started back in 23rd. Along with that, in the race itself, I was 1.1 seconds faster at times than what I was in qualifying. You give me the laps, the repetition. Eventually, after like 40, 50-something laps, we were running our fastest laps of the race at one point. With the repetition, I could get there, but for me to just like flat out run as quick as I can, just kind of jumping into the game, it's really, really difficult to do that. Maybe could have qualified about 10th, and who knows? Maybe we could have survived for stage points in the first 2 stages because of that without having to go off strategy. So definitely got to do what I can to put a better emphasis on qualifying, especially on these road courses. It's tough, though. It's tough. There's a wide margin between yourself and the leader, so do what you can. SVG with the win. He's the second 9 car to get a race win on the season. I don't know how that's going to work into the playoffs. I don't know if that means him and Chastain are going to run every race, or if only one of them is going to be able to run. But either way, he takes up a playoff spot. So Almirola, who's still winless, should make it on points. Mathematically, he's up by 97, so he's not locked in yet, but he's pretty darn close. He could point his way in after Daytona. Jesse Love, Sam Mayer on the bubble, and Mayer's gap over Sheldon Creed right now is 48 points. Taylor Gray bumped back even further. Obviously, he was going to have to win. He had a great shot at that late at Iowa. It kind of slipped away from him. We were able to hold him off. But Daytona, we'll see. If we get another upset winner, it's going to be a tight battle between Love and Mayer to see who gets in at Gateway. There is a shot that the actual champion from this year might not make the playoffs. That being Jesse Love. That'd be interesting. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow on the channel. More than likely, we're going to end up doing Daytona for the Xfinity series, and then probably run an ARCA race or 2 along with that. So probably going to look at a long stream tomorrow. At the very least, we're going to run Daytona. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll catch you guys next time.